What's up, everybody? It is Monday, the 13th of September, and we are here to break down our first Monday Night Football showdown of the year. We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders tonight. So hopefully everybody had a great Sunday. First Sunday of the year, checking out the NFL action. It could have gone better, guys. I think we all know I'm a Packer fan, and while that was embarrassing, that was a butt whooping. Credit to the New Orleans Saints, who were just better all the way across the board. Just better everywhere, just completely better everywhere. So it was not a great day from a Packer fan perspective. So I'm sure some of you guys out there root for different teams, and I'm imagining your experience yesterday was a little bit more exciting. We took the Raheem Mostert injury early on for the main slate, kind of like main lineup. So it was a little bit of a rough day in that stretch. So you got the injury. For me, I got my team not playing well. I'm glad that the Sunday Night Showdown worked out really well to make you feel better about the day. So I wasn't going to bed crying. So hopefully you guys had better Sundays than I did, because my team was flat and awful. Hopefully your team played a lot better. Either way, it's just 1 week, guys. Let's not overreact from the good or the bad. And what I mean by that is the Philadelphia Eagles are not going to whoop up on people like they did the Falcons all day yesterday. And maybe I'm just telling myself that as a Packer fan, because I don't think we could play any worse. So it's got to be better next week, right? All right, guys, let's keep the showdown winning streak alive. Let's jump into tonight and just run through where we are going. And hopefully you guys can all bring yourselves home some money this evening. Click that thumbs up and let's rock and roll. NFL package is still up for sale, guys. It covers all the showdowns. I did a members only video already this morning, breaking down all the plays. We did lineup construction in that video. So hopefully that works for everybody. You get the write-ups, the videos. Playoffs are included. It's a one-time $125 payment available through the website. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. Let's start with today's Kiss/Occam's Razor play of the day. For those of you who don't know what that means, Kiss is keep it simple, stupid. Occam's Razor is essentially the easiest answer is often the correct one. Play Lamar Jackson, guys. He's going to be huge chalk. He's the duh play of the day. You should probably just put him at your captain spot, most likely. He's going to be damn near 100% owned, and he should be almost 100% owned. My bold call for the day is going to be this dude goes for 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. They're obviously a little bit banged up at the running back position. I think Jackson plays a good game tonight. I think he's going to have a good fantasy season, and it's a pretty good matchup against the Raiders. So don't even try to get cute and fade this guy. Next up, let's talk about the opposing quarterback, Derek Carr. So we all know that you got to play somebody from each team, right? And while I don't think this is like a blowout where the Ravens roll, I do think the pecking order for how we see the Ravens is a little bit more clear than the Raiders. So what that means is when it comes to the Raiders, I don't like their running backs. My best guess is Jacobs is going to play and we're going to get some kind of timeshare because he's a little sick and everything like that. So I don't like that. The wide receivers are a mess. We know that we like Darren Waller, who's a flat-out stud, and Derek Carr is the quarterback who always, has the ball in his hand. So I like Carr. So I opened up the slate, and I was thinking Waller, Waller, Waller. And then that's where, that keep it simple, stupid attitude came out. One, quarterbacks have a higher floor than tight ends. Everybody knows that. Two, Carr is less money and averaged more points last year. All right, so why am I looking at Darren Waller? Because it's sexier and flashier? Probably. And I don't want to play both of them. I want my bigger money plays probably to go to the Ravens, who I trust their pecking order a little bit more. If you see this game differently and you think the Raiders have a really, really nice one, and you want to double up Carr and Waller, that I understand. Maybe I just see the game a little bit differently than you do. So I'll have to probably play one of these two guys, and I'm leaning Derek Carr in the morning. Higher floor, less money, average more points last year. Doesn't mean he averages more points this year. I'm just saying, in my mind, when I opened up this slate, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought about that, you think of the big games Darren Waller has and you want him in your roster. However, there's several single-digit games in there as well. He's awesome, but the Ravens will make it a point to stop him. Will do their best. Not saying they're going to completely shut him out or anything like that. Just they're going to, make him a focal point. So give me Derek Carr in this one. Less money, too. Next up, let's talk about the running back position of the Baltimore Ravens. So I would say that early in the morning and probably for the majority of the day, we're all operating under the assumption that Tyson Williams is going to get a ton of touches tonight. I think that's the most likely scenario. However, guys, I would encourage everyone to stay tuned to not only Twitter and the internet all day long, see if you can get any better information. But when they come out with the actives and inactives, who the Baltimore Ravens have active from a running back position tonight means a little something to me. So stay tuned to that. Let's see what they got going. Also, this is one where I want to watch pregame. And if they start talking about how Latavius Murray is active and all of a sudden he's going to have a bigger role than expected, maybe I'm not that in on Tyson Williams. I may have jumped the gun on this one a little bit early or not. I don't know for sure. This is obviously an evolving organism within the Baltimore Ravens. I think our best bet early in the day is that Tyson Williams is going to get the vast majority of the touches. And I think we currently operate under that assumption. And if that's true, I want him on my roster. This is a big game for a young guy. I expect him to run hard. He knows they brought in a ton of wily veterans over the week. And if he wants a solidified role on this team this year, he runs hard and he runs well tonight. So give me some Tyson Williams, assuming that situation is true. But I would absolutely stay tuned to this one all the way up to kickoff. Next up, let's talk about Devin Duvernay of the Baltimore Ravens. So he's locked up the slot role in this team. Also, he's a little bit of a gadget guy that you can get creative with a lack of pass catching ability from the running backs on the Ravens right now. Not saying that those guys can't catch passes, just that they're not that experienced with them. Duvernay's been in the system for a while. There's probably a couple of, not trick plays, but, end around type of plays where he might get a couple of touches. He's not a bad little player in his own right, and he's 2,600. So I think he's a guy who's got a little bit of a role tonight. And as far as cap savings guys goes, he's at the top of the list for me. They got no running depth, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him shift to the backfield every once in a while on like a 3rd and long and maybe come out for a pass in the flat or something like that. Last up, Hunter Renfrow of the Raiders. So he is the other cheap guy that's I'm looking at. And what I kind of mentioned with the Raiders already, and this is a big deal for me personally, last year Nelson Aguilar was a big part of their offense. Well, he's gone now. He's in New England. We know that Darren Waller is the number one on the Raiders, right? Like, he's not a wide receiver, he's a tight end, but he's obviously the number one. There's no doubt about that. And then they got Edwards and Ruggs, and you got Renfrow running out of the slot. So you didn't see a ton from Ruggs or Edwards yet that you feel really, really good about them. So I'd rather spend down to the slot guy. Easier kind of completions. You can see here, these numbers aren't overwhelming, but, he outcaught the other guys last year. Not saying that holds up this year, but he's half the price. And if you just go back to last year, he was more productive. Those guys will bump up this year with the loss of Aguilar, another year in the system, another year to mature. But as of right now, game one, Hunter Renfrow is half the price, has decent chemistry with Derek Carr. And there's really a situation where if you really, really like the Ravens tonight, you can stack the Ravens, get all their best players, and then play Hunter Renfrow. That's not the route that I would go with one main lineup, but if you feel like the Ravens are just a much better team and in your mind they play really well today and the Raiders play terrible, then Hunter Renfrow is a guy you can slide in and get all the good Ravens into your lineup. Again, not the lineup I would run out there in my one main lineup, but if you run a bunch of them and that's a scenario that's in your mind, this could work for you. And then he's got those easy kind of catches as a slot wide receiver, assuming the Raiders are then kind of in scramble mode, just trying to get things going. That's what I got for today, fellas. Ladies, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all tuning in. Bellman will be out with baseball later. Press the like button, press the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys soon.